Welcome to Fight Girls Fight. Welcome back to Fight Girls Fight. Welcome back, you guys. Welcome back. Welcome back, you guys, to Fight Girls Fight. Back to Fight Girls Fight. Now, what we are going to talk about, which I think is super important, is getting ready for chemo. All right. So for those of you who have chosen chemotherapy as a way of treatment or as a course of treatment, getting ready for chemo is a very important step on this journey. All right. So there are a few things that we want to make sure that we have. Now, again, for those of you who would like to go into Amazon to purchase these items, please feel free. I'll give you the name. But of those of you who do not, I will try to come up with a DIY idea or a tip that you think of something you can use that is similar to what I am showing you. So I've done both. So in the previous video, I showed you guys a few things that I purchased. But for those of you who are new to this platform, let me show them to you again to help your journey a little bit better. All right. So one thing that I've already shown you guys was this dry mouthwash. This was something that was suggested to me during my nurse or education appointment by my practitioner nurse, who kind of went over everything in oncology to tell me there's some times in chemo where your mouth gets dry. It dries you out. So they always tell you to use a mouthwash that is specifically for dry mouth. You can find this at Walmart. If you do not have or cannot find this particular one, just look up, Google search a mouthwash that you can find that is specifically for dry mouth, and it helps keep your mouth moisture. It relieves any dryness. It helps soothe oral tissues, it says. It helps to clean and refresh. And this particular mouthwash contains a combination of moisturizers and lubricants to provide immediate and long-lasting dry mouth symptom relief for up to 4 hours. All right. Now, when you first put this in your mouth, it doesn't taste like typical, like, for example, Listerine or even the Walmart brand that's similar to Listerine. It has a different type of taste to it a little bit. It takes you a little bit of time to get used to it. But what it's supposed to do is you're thinking that you're going to be, immediately moisturized in your mouth. You're not. It's going to seem like you're a little dry, but what it does is whatever is in this, it actually creates so your mouth can salivate. So you can get some saliva in your mouth. That's what's supposed to happen. So this is one thing that you're going to need to have prior to or during chemo, okay, that you're going to need once you begin your treatment. All right. The doctors are also going to tell you to stay as hydrated as possible. All right. So I received this thing. Hydrated is important while cancer therapy. All right. You should get something that's a little bit similar. It's front and back, but it gives you information on what happens. So it says hydration is the measure of fluid levels in the body. Staying hydrated is very important, especially as you're experiencing side effects of cancer therapy. This will help you see some reasons why staying hydrated is important. One of the most important reasons that my oncologist told me about is whenever you are receiving chemotherapy, the more hydrated you're flushing the chemo out of your body. So what they typically tell you is based on your weight. You want to do this little formula that tells you how much fluids you should drink within a day. All right. So stick to that. They also have little packs of hydration powder that you can put in your water that's supposed to also keep you hydrated. There's different ways you can use that. Celtic salt. Put one on your tongue and let your mouth begin to salivate, and then drink your water as normal. And what that's supposed to do is open up your cells to receive the hydration. But you want to make sure that you stay as hydrated as possible, because you will wake up in the middle of the night. If you do not, I'm telling you, and you will be what they call dry. Dry is when you wake up in the middle of the night or wake up from a nap and you're completely dehydrated. And y'all have not felt dehydration like you're going to feel it during chemotherapy treatment. All right. The dehydration is when it's a little alarming because you'll wake up like, and you feel dry, like your mouth, everything, your eyes, you like, I'm dry. And you be wanting to drink because it's that dry. Okay. That's how it feels. Being dehydrated also adds to your dizziness, your fatigue, low blood pressure, and it also contributes to weight loss, okay? So you need to make sure that you're as hydrated as possible. So try to drink before you feel thirsty, of course. This is to stay hydrated. Sip fluids throughout the day. Stay away from coffee, teas, and colas. Why? We know that those things tend to dehydrate you, okay? They will dehydrate you. And a lot of times, especially colas, they are diuretics. So they will make you use the bathroom all day. Okay, these drinks have caffeine and can lead to dehydration. They make you go to the restroom a lot. Try to avoid alcohol as that also leads to dehydration. And keep track of your fluid intake and share it with your healthcare provider. I had gotten to a point where I kept using the bathroom. I kept urinating. I was drinking too much water. Okay, I'm a literal person. You tell me to drink a lot, that's what I'm gonna do. Well, at the beginning, it was awful because it was just, oh my gosh. Okay, so you gotta, figure out how much you weigh, find out how much you weigh, and go online and do that formula that'll tell you how much you should drink. Your oncologist or your dietitian, because most oncology facilities do have dietitians that tell you how much you should drink. Okay, and other foods. Also, I'm not sure if you know this one, but be aware that certain foods have high water content, such as melons, strawberries, peaches, tomatoes, lettuce, cabbage, and broccoli. Try to include these into your diet if you can. All melons are really, really good for you for that. And that's another way you can hydrate. Grapes is another way that you can stay hydrated. So it's not all water-based when you're drinking. It also could be what you ingest when you're eating. Okay, so that's another thing that you want to do to stay hydrated. I showed you all previously during chemo, I had purchased this psych assistant or physician assistant oncology, and this is to help with the ease of nausea. All right. I had ordered, they come in packs. I forgot how many come in a pack, but you can buy these off of Amazon, but they will help you with any nausea that you may be having from chemotherapy while you're there as well. Back in the day in the 80s, we were real big on these. When you caught a cold, for those of you who remember this, you caught a cold, your nose was stuffy. They made something that looked just like this, and inside of it, it's this, I don't know if you can hear that, but it's like a filter type thing, but it's full of this menthol type of smell, and you put it up your nose and you hold your other nostril and you breathe in slow. Then you go on the other side and you do the same thing. And it should help with your nausea. All right. It helped me very, very much during chemo. They also make the same brand. They make a lip balm. This is an oncology lip balm. It's supposed to help restore, hydrate dry, cracked, or parched lips. Now, keep in mind, you can use regular lip balm. You can use a lip balm that you buy from your store, just regular chapstick if you'd like. This has organic sunflower oil, organic beeswax, organic coconut oil, organic essential oils, which is peppermint, vitamin E, organic rosemary extract. That's what this has in it. Not only did I use this, I used every lip gloss I had, honey. My lips stay popping, okay? So just to keep your lips nice and moisturized, your insides nice and hydrated, your mouth nice and moisturized with this mouthwash is imperative. You guys, you're gonna need it, all right? I also had or ordered tummy drops. Tummy drops is something else you can purchase off of Amazon. They come in a couple of different flavors. I think it was like maybe 2 or 3 different ones. But these are for nausea, all right? These are great to assist with an upset stomach and nausea, in a natural way, all right? So these are not only for chemo patients, but these are also for newly expectant mothers who are in their first and second trimester. They really help with your tummy. This one is sweet ginger pear. I also had one that looks similar to this. It probably wasn't this brand, but it was lemon. But they come individually wrapped and they look like this. All right. So they say like ginger chews. And they're individual. So you get, in this, you get 33 in this one pack. All right. So this is something else that you can purchase, or any other like gum, like lemon, like nausea, anti-nausea. These are another ones that I have in my little baggie. These are lemon and ginger flavor, but they help. Take these with you to your chemo appointments. All right. So what I did was, let me show you what I did. I had these little baggies. I had this one. I bought this one. I got this in a pack of 3, and I got this one. And I kept all of those things in there. I kept my tummy candy, is what I called it. I kept my chapstick or my, lip balm. I kept a couple of these for nausea. I'm sure they make other things. I always kept hand sanitizer in it as well, just to have it with me in my chemo bag. All right. So we're going to go on over other things that you want to make sure you carry to chemo with you. Another thing is carry you some water. All right. You can use your Stanley. I have different Yetis that I use, to have my water in here that keeps it nice and cold. If you like to drink cold water, I like to drink room temperature because it kind of doesn't make my body work as hard. But make sure you have that with you. Now, the things that I'm going to show you is just some ideas or suggestions of things that you can take to chemotherapy with you.